Uh, Welcome to our workshop over here. You know what? I'm going to repeat what I said. My name is Coach Lian. I'm from CRZ. CRZ Singapore, Philippines, now Malaysia. Today, we're just waiting for everyone. We're going to be having our first CRZ community ride. And after that, we're going to have our SECA technical sharing. One of the most interesting topic that will be discussed today will be the value of frontal surface area. So we all know that everyone wants to go fast, and usually they relate fast to a aero frame, aero wheels, but people usually never discuss about the rider. The rider, remember, makes up 90% of the frontal surface area. So in biomechanics, eventually when you decide to purchase a SECA or any brand you prefer, try to obsess on improving your frontal surface area. And one of the things that influences frontal surface area is the handlebar. So the handlebar usually is the least discussed equipment. Majority of us, we measure our shoulders, and based on the shoulder width, that's our handlebar. That's the traditional way. Now in the performance way, this defines everything. And just a quick one. This is the reason why we are very, very fortunate to have SECA include a different width of handlebar. To give you an idea, to give you a demonstration, here's a handlebar. So this is an example of a handlebar that is, you can say, an extreme. So on the side, just looks normal, yeah? But in the front, this is where you see how we can change your frontal surface area. So if I may, I'm just going to put it here. Okay, so this is the handlebar. And then on the drops, it's normal. But then, to reduce your frontal surface area, this is your current bar width. So it makes you a little bit more compact. You can use your shoulders, your chest, and everything else in between. But when you want to hold on to the drops for downhill sprints, it becomes normal. Okay? So if you notice here on this shot, this is the drops, wide stance, this is the hoods. So when you get to the hoods, you literally have a smaller surface area. Normally, this is where it is. Okay, so there's a huge difference. So before, and then after. Before, after. Okay, so later, it's just sun's just coming up. Everyone's going to be available soon. If you're interested, if you've missed some of our talks, everything will be on YouTube. So the discussion are really informative, very relevant. Sometimes subjects that you normally could not find on YouTube's topics that are seldom discussed, but might be relevant to you. So thank you very much. I'm just going to go out and get my stuff because we're going to be starting riding in a few minutes. I think riders are already here. Look. Okay, they're starting to come up. There you go. Okay, here's a great example. Carlo Herrera, he's 54 years old, started during COVID, started to really love cycling. And then just like most of us, he got all his information on the internet. Now, this is him today. He's part of a big community, a community of people who encourages how you can be better than yesterday. It's cliche, but sometimes it's really hard to find a community like that. And Carlo was very fortunate to take the risk. He took the risk to get into a biomechanics program. A lot of people are a little bit confused about what biomechanics is all about. Sometimes they try to relate this to bike fitting, which is somehow indirectly yes. But bike fitting, particularly commercial bike fitting, is really more about focusing on the bike and making sure that the bike fits you. That you can hold on to the hoods, you can brake properly, and all that technical jargon. Biomechanics, on the other hand, is all about time. Time is a currency that once it's gone, you can never take it back. So at the end of the day, biomechanics really focuses on bringing back time. Time that could have been lost through unnecessary trial and error. And I'm sure we've gone through all of that phase where we try and test get a bike fit, get a refit, buy a saddle, get a refit again, buy a handlebar, get a refit again. Basically, it's just a cycle of fitting, refitting, instead of learning what you are capable of and changing your skill, your technical know-how in a span of a few days. And this community is all about organizing training camps. These training camps are free, just like our friends over here, Danny, Toto, another Danny. We've never known them before. We just met on the side of the road, but they decided to join one of the rides where Carlo is practicing his posture and his technique, and everyone's more than welcome. We always believe that community building is more important above all else. Very often, it's very hard to find a group of people where you just feel comfortable riding with. They never check what your bike is all about. They never check what your brand is all about. When you find a group like that, stick to it, support it. It's not all about who's the fastest, who's the strongest. There's always somehow you call satisfaction in seeing all your friends get better. And Carlo was one of those individuals who literally took the risk of learning something new. He tried to hold back for a few years, but when he discovered the value of having a community learning platform, it totally changed his mindset. In fact, it even affected his family. His family, wife, they're much more happier right now. They now see cycling as part of their lifestyle. So that's the major difference. A lot of us get into cycling first as part of an excitement. Second, you just want to be healthy. Next thing you know, we become very competitive. And that's totally normal human nature. We try to be competitive, but sometimes we forget the reason why. And if you can see the before and after of Carlos, totally changed his mindset about improving himself over and over and over again. What makes the community unique is that we take time on mentoring other people. So Carlo will now be in a position to start helping Danny. Carlo will now be in a position to start helping Toto. It's just the simple idea of paying it forward. One of the simplest ways of paying it forward to our community is organizing open community rides. 6:30 a.m. every Saturdays, we meet up at Clark. It's our really simple way of sharing what we've learned all throughout the years to community members, and even for those individuals who don't belong to any team or you don't have any club, we open this to everyone. You can be a female, male, a mom or a dad, or grandpa. We have members who are 70 years old. We have riders who are OFWs, where they come and visit the Philippines for a vacation after their long, stressful years of working overseas. So sometimes this becomes a vacation for them. And for us to be able to give them a really good time, we try to invite all our friends from overseas who are visiting the Philippines and bring them to a community platform where they can join other riders. CRZ is not a team, it's not a racing team, it's a platform. A platform where kids, teenagers, newbies, even people who don't even know how to use your clipless pedals yet, is a place where you can go and not be judged. Although there are some of our individual riders who have progressed through the years and decided to maybe up their game. So one of them is Carlo. As you've seen all his other episodes, he started from being a hobbyist, an enthusiast, a weekend rider, which most of us are. And I'm sure you would believe me if I tell you that most of us will never race professionally. And you can even ask all your friends out there who among them have a UCI license. If you don't have, then you're just like everyone else like me who just love biking, love going out to ride their bikes, but there are some who want to learn something new that might improve their cycling. It's just a matter of um, learning and improving yourself from yesterday. So these community rides are a good venue where you can really learn a lot of good things for free. Every member in the community, because they learned it for free, there's this culture of paying it forward. Paying it forward simply means guiding a new member as simple as the technique of riding with a big group, the simple thing of riding and climbing in a very comfortable way. Even gear selection or how you would want to change your bike if it's going to benefit you. These are just one of those fun weekends where we invited new faces. We don't know most of them, but if you can see in these photographs, it just feels like everyone's been together forever. And I think that's the power of having a community where the culture starts from sharing. Sometimes people are intimidated with climbs, but these types of workshops will get your cycling super exciting again. Okay, this is Kelly. How young?
41.
21, okay.
41.
So 21, okay.
Muscle the bike. Like
If you notice this is too far,
Oh.
means that this point is too far from that point. So Kelly's now testing a posture that would be ideally suited for her. There you go. See, immediately your arrow. You want to recover? Straighten up. This one is tight. This one is now brushing here. The wind just slices through. Thank you so much for spending your 15 minutes with us. If you find a community that supports your program, supports your development, supports your happiness, keep supporting it. We hope to see you on our next ride. If you're available, please join us. If you see us on the side of the road, please don't hesitate to say hi.